What's going on, guys? It's Kyle. Welcome to the Stock Goat YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be covering your favorite stock once again. That is the SoFi stock. I am not going to stop making videos until this company absolutely explodes. I'm going to be showing you guys how SoFi is so undervalued when you compare its growth rate for the next 3 to 5 years. And also, I'm going to show you what multiple hedge funds are doing right now. I don't care who you are. I don't care how old you are, 20, 30, 40, 50 years old. Everyone is looking for that next growth story, a growth story that cannot be stopped. This continues to happen time and time again. And when it happens so fast, you don't even see it happening. You have to be in early and you have to wait for the movement to happen. Tesla, Square, Nvidia, AMD, Shopify, Amazon, this continues to happen every single year. It's not going to stop. These growth stories will continue to run. You have to be in early, you have to be patient, and you have to wait for the rocket to take off. And only if you feel this video gives you a better insight on the SoFi stock, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll be keeping you updated daily with all of the growth stocks and spec plays. There's going to be a lot of great information coming out. You don't want to miss it. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's just give you a refresh on the day. S&P 500, 0.25, Dow 0.26, NASDAQ 0.50. That tech heavy right now. Russell 2000 0.91. So guys, the Russell 2000 has literally just come back to life in the past 3 trading days. We know that the market is extremely bullish right now, the past 2 days, because that FDA approval on the Pfizer vaccine, this gives people a lot of comfort. It lowers volatility, of fears of, the coronavirus, and now everyone can get shots with confidence. So if we look at the 6-month chart, since June, the past 2 months, the stock looks pretty bad. But if we look over at the 5-day chart, it looks like we may have potentially bottomed, guys. I'm not 100% sure, but man, I'm tired of buying the dips. I'm tired of loading. This growth story needs to get out to the public. People need to understand what this company is really doing and how strong they are in disrupting the financial markets, a $2 trillion industry. It looks good on the 5-day chart. We could really see a gap up to like 17 if the big money just lets this one go, stop shorting it. So it's just a very good day when we look at the 5-day chart, as you can see. Plus 2.7% gain today, very solid. So if we look at Whale Wisdom, we have a brand new big money hedge fund, Institutional Venture Management, XIV. It looks like we come down a little bit on the SoFi stock. They have made SoFi their second largest position in their very small portfolio, but as you can see, this is an $82 million investment. They added 4 million shares, and their average estimated cost base is around $19 as well. So this is another hedge fund up and coming, I'm guessing, that was purchasing SoFi stock, it looks like a couple of months ago. But what I really want to show you guys in this video is what the big money, hedge funds are doing inside of their portfolios and how this could give you a better understanding on how to position your portfolios. So we have the top 25 hedge fund managers in the past 3 years, and we're just going to take a look at a couple of these and see exactly what they're holding and what they're buying, and are they holding on to some growth stories. So we have Night Owl Capital, we're going to look at. We also have Altimeter Capital right here, number 6. Lone Pine Capital right here, Sands Capital, and we're also going to be looking at Daniel Loeb, Third Point LLC, which is one of the biggest holders in the SoFi stock, and just see exactly what we can do on a comparison basis of all these hedge funds to see exactly how they feel about growth and if they are buying growth stocks right now. So we look at Night Owl Capital Management. So they are managing right around $500 million right now. And if we look at their Whale Wisdom holdings and we scroll down, you can see specifically they're holding Amazon, Microsoft. That's the largest positions in their portfolio, the staples, the solid fundamentals. But if you scroll down just a little bit further, we have Shopify, an amazing growth story, and they're putting this at their 3rd largest position. And guys, this is a extremely heavy growth stock. So as you can see, they're one of the number 1 hedge funds in the world, and they have, heavily invested in growth. $46 million in Shopify right now. We have Altimeter Capital right here, number 6 in the world for hedge funds. This guy's been on CNBC all the time. 59% returns over 3 years. Very, very good. And if we scroll down to their Whale Wisdom, we can see that, of course, they have Microsoft and Facebook. Those are going to be the fundamental staples you continue to see. Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft, Google. Those are going to be in all of these hedge funds portfolios, as you can see. But look, just like the first hedge fund, they have another growth story. Snowflake right here. This is their largest position, $6 billion. It looks like they trimmed a little off the table. They might have taken some profits, but they're still holding, a massive position, $6 billion. If you scroll down, this is 6 times larger, than Facebook. Loan capital right here, $31 billion managing. I mean, that's absolutely insane. They're the 7th largest in the world, 43% returns over 3 years. If we scroll down to Lone Pines, Whale Wisdom to see what they're holding. Look, guys, we got Amazon, Microsoft once again. But if we scroll to the top, we have Shopify, just like the first hedge fund. Guys, they're all purchasing a large position in growth in their portfolios. It's just they have such a massive amount of money. They have a fundamental staple, with the Facebooks, Amazon, Googles, etc. But I'm telling you, everyone is buying a large position in growth. And then at the top 8 position, we have Sands Capital Management, $58 billion in assets. If we scroll down to their Whale Wisdom, we can see what they're holding. It looks like they have a large position in Amazon, but if you look at their growth stories, they have C Limited and Shopify once again. So as you can see, everyone is holding a large position in growth. And last but not least, I want to look at Third Point LLC. Why do I want to talk about Third Point LLC? Well, if we scroll down just a little bit, their number 1 growth stock is potentially the biggest winner of the year. These guys really know how to pick them. Upstart, they seen it coming. They got in on Upstart at $40, guys. He hit the 5-10 bagger on this play in under a year, guys. Daniel Loeb really knows how to pick them, and that's why I'm rolling with Daniel Loeb on this SoFi play. And if we scroll down just a little further, he has his fundamental staple plays, Intel and Disney. And then his next growth stock he's going all in on is the SoFi stock, okay? He has a $553 million position, and he was buying this bad boy, a couple of months ago in the $19 range. So even Daniel Loeb right now is underwater on the SoFi stock, but I can guarantee you he's potentially adding, and he is not selling this one. He's looking for a massive 5 to 10 bagger in the future, just like Upstart. So to finish off the video, I want to give you guys a price to sales valuation on all of these hedge funds, largest growth stock positions that we just saw. And guys, remember, these are the, top 10 hedge funds in the world. And what we've seen in their portfolios is we saw multiple holdings in Shopify, a massive large position in Snowflake, and a massive large position in SoFi. So guys, we're going to be taking a look at those 3 stocks, and I'm going to be giving you guys a comparison. We want to see what the best valuation is to buy into right now. We can see that Snowflake is trading at an $82 billion market cap right now at today's pricing of $279. We can see Shopify is trading at a $188 billion market cap right now at $1,500. And we can see SoFi Technologies right now is trading right around a 11 to 12 billion market cap, around $14. According to Snowflake's last earnings report, they reported $228 million in revenue. Nice jump, 110% year over year. So we want to get Snowflake's current revenue projection for 2021 off their last earnings report, $912 million. We're going to put them right at a solid $1 billion in revenue. So we can see right now Snowflake is trading at an 82x multiple, guys. 82x multiple, guys. That's one of the most expensive stocks I've seen in the entire market. Yes, I understand they have solid, 100% growth right now. Very, very solid, but still, you're trading at an 82x multiple. That is very, very expensive. According to Shopify's last earnings report, they had a $1.12 billion in revenue, 56% year over year growth. Very, very solid. So if they maintain this growth rate right now at 1.12 billion times 4, they're going to be at 4.48 billion. So we'll put them right around 4.5 billion. So we can see right now Shopify is trading at a 41x multiple, much better than Snowflake right now for sure. But the growth, of course, is a little bit slower, right around 50% growth. So as you can see, 80x multiples and 40x multiples, very, very expensive in this market that is, pretty much at all-time highs right now. According to SoFi's last earnings report, we have $230 million in revenue, growth was right around 74%. The year over year says 100 on here, but yeah, it was around 74%. So if they stay on the growth rate right now, they're projected to do 920 million. We'll round them off to a billion, for a little bit further boost, just like I did the other two. So we can see right now, SoFi is trading at a 12x multiple, guys. Much better growth than Shopify right now. A little bit slower than, Snowflake at around 100%. But when you take into comparison 80x multiples, 40x multiples, and then we have a 12x multiple on a superior growth stock that still has bank charter potentially approval in the next couple of months, we're talking massive growth in the future. Guys, you can see right here, the growth is going to be very solid for the next 2 years. I mean, we're talking 2022 and 2023, 50% and 40% growth, guys. This is amazing growth when you're talking about multiple billion-dollar revenue, almost 2 billion in revenue projection for 2023. And you never know, they could underestimate their growth. It could potentially be 50% higher. They could lap a year and actually be at, 2.8 billion in revenue in 2023. You just don't know. So growth could accelerate if people really find, the SoFi platform, absolutely perfect as a one-stop shop. Guys, the path to profitability could happen very quick. If they do get that bank charter approval, this is gonna, save them a ton of money, not having to go through third-party banks and stuff like that. EBITDA projections, 400 million in 2022 and even 700 million dollars in 2023, just to give you guys an understanding. I mean, guys, that's some serious EBITDA coming in. You're talking, $500 million in EBITDA next year. That bank charter approval is going to catapult this stock to new all-time highs very quickly. So I just wanted to show you guys what the largest hedge funds in the world are doing right now. We literally looked at the top, 10. These are the best money managers in the world. And as you can see, they all had that staple, that Microsoft, Google, Amazon, to keep their portfolio stable, to avoid that high volatility. But all of them invested a massive amount of their money in growth. We saw Shopify, we saw Snowflake, Upstart, SoFi. They are investing in growth heavily, and these are sometimes their top 5 largest positions. So if you're an early time investor, you have to find that growth story, guys. And if you want to find more information on the SoFi stock, where I do deep, in-depth analysis, you're going to have to go back down, a couple of months. That's when I first started talking about SoFi and explaining the entire investor presentation and the entire business model. So only if you feel this video gave you a better insight on the SoFi stock and its amazing valuation right now at around 12x, 3 to 6 times cheaper than these other large hedge funds growth stocks that they're holding. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll be keeping you updated daily with all the growth stocks and spec plays. There's gonna be a lot of great information coming out. You don't want to miss it, and I hope you have a great day.